Hi, it's Adam. Welcome to the next video in the Dominion video tutorial series. In this video, I want to talk about combos. A lot of people have a lot of different definitions of combo. They may vary from game to game. However, the definition I have for combo corresponds to these, and I think it's pretty helpful. So, what is a combo deck? A combo is something that is powerful enough that you want to break the rules that I've outlined in every other video in this series. You know, the ones that are like, well, you want to build a good deck, and drawing your deck is really great, and then at the beginning of the game you want thinning and junking, and then gainers, and then draw, and that. When you see any of these pairs of cards on the board, you can throw that out the window, and now the whole game revolves around the interaction between these two cards, because it is just so powerful that it demands that kind of game-warping dynamic. So, it has to be 2 cards or less, just because, I mean, if I included 3 specific cards, it's very unlikely to come up, but also there'd be so many of them that it would be difficult to talk about. So, these are just the ones that are limited to 2 cards, and they have to be so powerful that you want to be throwing out the rules of Dominion. So, similar to the last video, I've made a list of articles about these combo decks. I'll link it in the description. That'll take you to a page with links to articles about every single one of these combos. Okay, the articles are very well written and will give you a rundown of what matters in those games, since it's so different from other games of Dominion. I've written quite a few of these because I think combo decks are really cool, and mine are pretty thorough, but hopefully, you know, if you don't want that much detail, the top portion of those articles, of course, will give you a brief rundown, and then there's more detail if you want it. I've also divided these combos into tiers. What does that really mean? The tier 1 combos, unless there is a hard counter present, which is very rare or non-existent in some of these cases, you're going to be going for that combo. And everything you do is just going straight for that combo. Interaction is with the rest of the kingdom and with your opponent potentially is very minimized, and if it is, it's very specific to that combo, meaning that it's covered in the article on that. Tier 2 combos, they're still really good. In the absence of something else, you're going to be building that combo deck and going directly for it. The thing about Tier 2 combos is that there are enough counters, even soft counters have a big enough effect that you may not want to build directly for the combo deck in the presence of any of those counters. And it's possible that things other than that may be more powerful enough to influence you to not go for the combo deck, but rather incorporate the rest of the kingdom into your strategy in a more conventional way. I want to add that you may see other things in Dominion that will have you throw out the rules that I've told you. I mean, there are exceptions to everything. Combo decks are just the ones that are 2 cards and will always do this for you. That doesn't mean close your mind to other things in Dominion, especially ones that involve more than 2 cards. Maybe there's a combo out there that's powerful and hasn't been discovered yet and hasn't been on this list. That's always possible. However, these are definitely worth learning, and in fact, I found that practicing these combo decks separately from other games of Dominion has really, really helped, because a lot of the instincts and the things you look for are just so incredibly different that if you try to do it on the fly and remember what you wrote in the article, I mean, some of these can be counterintuitive enough to play and complex enough to play that, like, you can just fall flat on your face if you don't know what you're doing and you haven't practiced it. So, I'd recommend reading the articles about any of these that you're not already intimately familiar with, and it's not a bad thing in many of these cases to do some solo practice. A lot of the advice in these articles has been thoroughly backed by playtesting, so I think it's good advice, but, you know, use your judgment and practice for sure. I think that'll go a long way with these combo decks. In any case, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.